We fail to see people as being human beings because you see them on your TV or your phone or however I show up to you or however other people show up to you, that we are not human, that we don't feel things, that we don't go through things in our lives, but we still...
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever.
What's up, cousins? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, it's a busy work day. I have so many news stories to give you guys, but I can't give them all to you in one day. So I'm just going to do 2 videos today. This is the second one. So if you are not subscribed, you might want to subscribe to the channel. We welcome you here to become one of our family members, which I call cousins. Hit that like button and share these videos out. Let's get into this. So could we be facing shortages yet again come 2024? Well, from this article I'm about to give to you, we possibly could be seeing that. And in some stores, we're already seeing them not be restocked the way they had been the past few months. So the Panama Canal Authority has issued a stark warning to shippers. Vessels without reservations may experience indefinite delays amid a month-long drought that is forcing the gateway to restrict daily capacity. On December 1st, the number of reservation slots available for vessels will drop to 22 from the current 24 as part of the canal's effort to curb the impacts of Panama's upcoming dry season. This total will drop to 18, guys. Sorry, Mom. So it says on December 1st, the number of reservation slots available for vessels will drop to 22 from the current 24 as part of the canal's effort to curb the impacts of Panama's upcoming dry season and preserve fresh water. This total will drop down to 18 come February 2024. Half the typical amount is 36 vessels that could be booked ahead of time as of July 30th, because they did reduce them down from 36 to 22. Now they are reducing them down to 18 come February 24th. What does that mean for us? Well, for us, that means we're going to be delayed on a lot of supply. And we know that the United States, other countries too, but the United States especially, has a lot of demand. So the ACP continues to urge customers to make reservations ahead of time to ship as scheduled on Saturday. The agency opened up an additional temporary special auction slot. This slot is being limited to regular vessels and super vessels which have beams of more than 91 feet that have been waiting for at least 10 days already before the auction and do not have a booking slot. The purpose of this measure is to provide greater opportunities to obtain a place for vessels in the Panamax locks that have been waiting in the transit. So they have that queue still available. You know, they came up with that queue a couple years back. Well, it's just still backing up, y'all. We are going to continue to have inflation. So that whole thing that Walmart CEO was talking about, well, I see in the next couple of months it's going to be deflation. He might see it because Walmart did buy their own vessels, is what I'm hearing, so that they can ship specially and not rely on anyone else. But still, if you can't get through the Panama Canal, then what you gonna do then? So 2 major container shipping firms have already taken steps to add surcharges in advance. They're already adding to it of the restrictions, with Mediterranean Shipping Company implementing a $297 per 20-foot equivalent surcharge for. So they're adding those shipping fees already, per 20-foot equivalent surcharge for cargo going from Asia to the U.S. East and Gulf Coast on December 15th. CMA and CGM will apply $150, y'all, per TEU fee for all vessels starting on January 1st, 2024. Both companies cited that the canal congestion had an impact on their operations, and they are charging accordingly. So as the As of Thursday morning, 110 vessels were waiting to pass through Panama Canal, with 51 pre-booked vessels in queue for transit and another 59 non-booked ships seeking passages. For non-booked vessels across the board, wait times have dramatically increased over the past 4 weeks. Northbound vessels are averaging 10 days in the queue, up to an average of 2.9 days on November 3rd. Ships going southbound have also been in escalation in wait time, jumping to 11.2 days in queue from the 2.8 days on November 3rd. So while the drought poses plenty of uncertainty to the global supply chain, apparel, retail, and brands are still largely in the clear compared to other industries that ship via chemical tankers, liquefied natural gas carriers, liquefied petroleum gas carriers, and dry bulk carriers. So they're saying that they should still be okay globally, the supply chain, but I don't see that happening. I see that this is just getting backed up further and further and further. Like, we've been dealing with this now for 3 years, going on 4, and they're still having issues with these vessels getting in. Let me see. Container ships, which most apparel sellers are using to move ocean freight, still have initial booking priority ahead of other vessel types. This means that shippers' largest concerns with these vessels is lightening their loads. So they're not bringing in as much as they could bring in before, which is why there is still going to be a delay. No matter how much they say certain brands have priority over others, they're not allowed to load that many containers onto their ships. So each foot reduction results in a loss of 400 TEUs of capacity. An average container vessel can now transport 2,400 fewer TEUs than normal. So there's going to be a shortage that is going to come in 2024. And so those of you who say you're not experiencing that now, you may start to see that. You just don't know. So at present, container shipping trade flows remain unencumbered. However, anticipating increased pressure on the U.S. East Coast, the Suez Canal, and the Cape Horn in the coming months, shippers are likely to explore alternative routes to circumvent potential disruptions. And what that means is they might have to go all the way around the other way. But that doesn't ease anything. That's going to cost even more money for those people who are doing that. And in the end, it's going to cost us more money. Carriers are redirecting more volume to the U.S. West Coast or opting for routes via the Suez Canal. Again, more money. The booking process has cost a pretty penny for some businesses, with one Japanese oil company reportedly spending nearly $4 million to jump the line. Another unidentified company forked over $2.4 million to skirt the congestion in August. And they don't mind spending it because they're going to get us with it in the end. Shipping companies have paid a total of $235 million through late November to skip the line at the canal, according to data. So if these people are paying that kind of money to skip the line, you don't think they're going to pay that kind of money to skip the line on the things that they say are prioritized with us here? Or let me do prioritize with us here. The rainfall fed artificial lake. Artificial lake, okay. The drought, which persisted throughout Panama's May to November rainy season, is linked to El Nino. So I don't want to keep you guys. I thank you for joining me. But y'all, let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Do you feel like that shortage is possible with the way things are going? And they mentioned all of the canals. They mentioned the Panama. They mentioned the Suez and etc. So you can move on to another one, but you're still going to be paying that money. Those companies are going to be paying millions and millions of dollars. You see them paying millions of dollars to jump the line, honey. You remember, jumping the line back when you was in school, you was hungry, and you got to the line a little bit late, and you try to jump the line, and then somebody will come and tap you on your shoulder and say, you need to go back to the end of the line. By the end of the line is even longer. The wait is real. The weight is real, and the United States is going to feel that weight, and we're going to see it show up. Excuse me. We're going to see it show up when it comes to what these shelves look like, what the supply chain looks like. I think that's going to be a major thing that a lot of people are going to be talking about in 2024. It may look crazy that I'm talking about it right now. It may look crazy that some other people are talking about it right now, but it is happening, and we're trying to let you know so that you can start preparing your house now. You can start getting the things that you need. Yes, they cost a lot now, but guess how much they're going to cost next year? So guys, I appreciate you for being here. I thank you for supporting the channel. We are doing the news that you can use here on Tommy Bites TV and Homestead. I am going to be putting my homestead over here because y'all need to see it. And some of y'all don't even want to go over to the other channel where I'm trying to show y'all I'm doing my homesteading and how I'm trying to prepare my home and things like that and build our homestead. And I get it. It's not for everybody. But I am going to start back putting a lot of that content over here as well, probably on the weekends, because that'll be downtime to, decompress from all these news stories that I'm giving you throughout the week, because it can be a lot, you guys. It can. And if it's too much for you, step away, take a break. I will be right here when you come back, giving you the news that you can use on Tommy Bites TV and Homestead. Remember, I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one you. Be the best you that you can be. And when you are, go out and spread God's love. Why? Because God is love, and that is what he would want you to do. Or whoever you believe in. But spread that love. Don't spread hate. So don't do me, because you don't know what somebody going through in their day. And then you come to their channel and you bring all of that animosity or hate or whatever you have towards them. And it's really towards you. You just projecting. You're projecting, or either you're scared. And we don't live in fear over here. We live in preparedness. So stock your homes up so you don't have to live like that. And you don't have to attack people for telling you what's happening in the world. And I truly want y'all to know, I don't come from a place of anger or hate when I said what I just said. I come from a place of being a human being. I think at the end of the day, that's where we've lost a lot of things in this society. We fail to see people as being human beings, because you see them on your TV or your phone, or however I show up to you, or however other people show up to you, that we are not human, that we don't feel things, that we don't go through things in our lives. But we still get on here because this is technically our job now, to do whatever I'm giving you. That is my job. And I intend to do it well, or as well as I possibly can. But it is hard when you are going through your daily things. Life happens, and you still put on your big girl panties, and you put all of that aside, because you know that people need to know what they need to know. But there are some who don't want to know it. And they think that you shouldn't tell anybody else as well, that you are fear-mongering, that you are lying. I can't believe that y'all listening to what she's saying. Nobody could believe a lot of stuff that I was saying, but doesn't mean those things aren't happening. Doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Open your eyes to those people. Stay away from those people, because that is negative energy. So I thank all of you who truly support the channel. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And even the ones who show up that don't support the channel and talk bad to me in there, I'm okay. I ain't crying about it. I'm just letting you know. Okay? Thank you too for supporting the channel, because I wouldn't be able to do it without you. Peace, love, and light. Thanks for being here on Tommy Bites TV and Homestead. And oh yeah, I holla. And can somebody put that on a t-shirt or a hoodie for me and send it to me, please? I love that saying. I holla. Love you guys. Bye, cousins.
Whoa, oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh, oh. Da, 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 da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da. Making our Christmas memories. Yes, these are the good times with you. Don't even care what we do if I spend it with you. Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again. To see you again. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me.